Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me for this recording. Feeling the love pouring through. This call is being recorded as an introduction to what I offer, an introduction to the transmission, an introduction to the energies that flow through. Welcome, everyone who's joining. Thank you. And for the recording. So connecting to the light of pure source, feeling that pillar of light come down through the top of the head, down through the spine, through the physical body, and feeling as this pillar of light flows through the entire physical body, out the bottom of the feet, and into the core of the earth. Into the core of Gaia, into the crystalline core. Whether you see that as Gaia's heart center. Feeling this pillar of light spread throughout your field. And deeply connecting into the crystalline core and breathing that energy up through the bottom of your feet, up through the legs, through the body, and out the top of the head. Coming into harmonic resonance with pure source frequency, the frequency from the crystalline core of Gaia. The powerful emanations of love from your heart, from the heart of everyone on the call, everyone listening to the recording. Connecting all hearts and feeling this love, feeling this energy. Welcome, everybody. This is a recording about what I do and what the transmission is. And I've been doing this kind of these sessions for 5 or 6 years, and I haven't ever really recorded. So today is the first recording that actually says what I'm doing and inviting the whole planet to join in. So all teachings point within. All teachings connect to pure source, so there's no middleman, and turn within. So everything that comes through the mouth is actually pointing you within. Turning within is where we find all the answers. And always connecting directly to pure source. This little few minutes that we spent connecting to pure source is done daily, is connecting always to the divine, to straight to pure source, and connecting to the planet, so we're feeling grounded and centered. And also working with the breath. So when we spend a few minutes at the beginning or in the middle or at the end, connecting to the breath and breathing in, it's a full breath in through the belly, in through the rib cage, expanding the heart and holding that in breath, and then letting go slowly. So what we're doing is oxygenating the body and bringing us into the present moment and bringing us into the awareness of the body. So at the beginning of each session, I connect to the pure source, I connect to pillar of light, and then I'm saying, take several deep breaths. And that is bringing you into your present moment, into your body, connecting you into within. So breathing in, fully expanding, fully holding your own breath, and then a slow, relaxing out breath. And consciously connecting to your breath. Stop listening to the outside world. Stop listening to my voice as you're doing these deep, deep breaths. And this is something that you can do throughout the day. Whenever you're feeling distracted, whenever your consciousness is traveling around, being affected by other energy, that breath always brings you back to center. And it takes practice. You have to spend the time and the awareness that you're going to focus on your breath, that you're going to breathe it in, expand the chest, hold the breath, and let it go, and consciously feel the relaxation through your body. And talking to your body, feeling where the blocks are, feeling where the tension is, and just using the breath consciously, deeply, is what we do a lot in these sessions. And the pillar of light, do that every time. Set the intention to connect to pure source, so that you're not connecting through other teachers or through anybody else. It's always you and source. And that's something to do throughout the day as well. So the transmission that I do, I've been doing for 5 or 6 years now, is energetic. So when we get into the transmission, you don't need to consciously listen to the words, because it's not the words that are the words assist the 3D mind to receive the transmission. But you can simply join the calls and close your eyes and relax and feel the frequencies. So you're tuning into the frequencies that are coming through. You're tuning into the sensations, because the transmission is energetic. It's happening whether you're listening to the words or not. And when we get into deep sessions and the energies are really strong, and especially if you haven't been working with energies before, you feel like you're getting to such a deep state of meditation, you get zonked out. So basically your higher self is saying, okay, we're gonna chill out your mind, chill out your body, chill out everything, so that you can receive this transmission. The more you sit in the energies, the more you can consciously receive the energies and consciously be aware of your grand expansion. But oftentimes you feel like you fell asleep, but actually you're just in such a deep meditative state, and that allows your body to receive the energies. So after connecting to the pillar of light, after doing the deep breathing to relax your body, to open to receive, and then tuning into the frequencies. So you're tuning into your body and you're tuning into the frequencies that are coming through. And what I'm doing is I'm aware of the energies in such a massive quantum level that the words that I say in my 3D languaging, it helps the mind shift. So I'm aware when people are not receiving something, and the words that come out allow that 3D mind to make that shift and open to receive the energies. And then sometimes when there's so much going on, my awareness is aware of so much happening energetically to each different person on the call. And sometimes there's energetic blocks. So I feel as if, okay, this energy is totally being blocked. And that's when clearings come through. And that's when I start talking about doing, when I'm actually start doing an actual clearing. And that clearing can go through past life. Everything happens in the now, but so everything is now, but we actually talk, the words we use are past life or parallel life or through your ancestral line. So I'm feeling the energies move on such a quantum level. And then when I feel blocks, the clearings come through and the words come through and the energies come through that shift, allow that block to be released. And then when the energy is moving again, and then I'm silent. So yeah, you don't have to listen to the words, you're receiving energetically. And when you join the calls, this other thing, when you join the call, when you commit to coming on a session, the energy starts right away. So as soon as you commit to coming, you're going to feel the shift and you'll feel the energies working, even if it's a few days before, even if 3 days before you sign up for a session, you'll start to feel the energies moving because we're coming into group consciousness. And this transmission is amplified because we work in groups. When you gather, when 2 or more gather, the consciousness is elevated to another level. And so you're allowed, so you allow greater shifts, and you are capable of greater shifts once we get together in group consciousness. So it's like you feel when I start talking and when we collect as a collective, that collective expands exponentially, and we're open to receive the gifts and to receive the transmission and to receive the awarenesses. So that's all happening at once. So when I do a session, an hour-long session or half hour or whatever, what comes through is based on the group, it's based on who shows up, and it's based on all the energies combined. So I never know what is going to happen and what the transmission is going to be about on that day. I rarely, sometimes I give a topic, but rarely I don't give topics, because whatever comes through is what's best for the group that's joining. Whatever comes through is what that group of consciousness needs. So sometimes the whole call is personal. Sometimes it's clearing. Sometimes a whole bunch of clearings of past lives, of ancestral lines come through. And sometimes it's more for the planet. There's a lot of planetary work. Sometimes we work through the water. Sometimes we work with the animals. And very often the mystical creatures come through, the dragons or the fairies or your angelics, your guides. We connect to the indigenous cultures that carry the wisdom, the true wisdom of this planet, that haven't lost it. We connect to the benevolent star nations. So anything that comes through is always in the moment, and it's always what transmission feels that group is collected for. And it's always a divine appointment. I feel that always when we gather, it just feels so sacred and such an honor to gather with these group of beings, because the work we're doing, I believe, is far, far, far beyond our awareness of what we're doing when we gather. And the other thing is, it's time, it's 2022, and it's time for collaboration, and it's time for all the star seeds to join together and to expand the light exponentially. And so that's my mission. That's what I'm doing. And that's how my transmission works. So I hope this is an introduction that people will understand. I hope this is an introduction that helps.